Hey!
No,
Hey, a speech!
Comrades.
Comrades,
Now is the time for the
I kind of want to do
uprising.
Soviet
The
Shepherd
America,
here.
the capitalist system has been destroyed by
This
the
is
Reapers.
not Soviet
Now is the
Shepherd.
time for the uprising.
Well, the idea is you're referring to them as friends or as soldiers. Are you trying to inspire killers,
No.
or are you trying to...
I absolutely
feel
understand. I think it's a good
cheated.
choice. It makes a lot of sense. It's interesting. I'm just making fun of it for no reason, though.
That's what you're like, Rutscorn. You just want to make fun of things for no reason because you hate all games.
I
That's the
do
only reason
hate
you
all
made
games.
fun of this.
Honestly, what's
Afraid
weird
to
is that
admit
they're
Victory or death!
they're playing up this whole we've all come together friendship angle really hard at the end. But honestly, Mass Effect 2 is the only game that really reinforced that notion by having all the loyalty missions and getting to know and relate to these characters.
And most of those people aren't here.
I don't even recognize
Well, we
half
killed a
those
lot of them.
people.
And you're already dead.
Yes, we did. Well, you did.
Expect no mercy.
They all died.
Show no mercy. You fight.
Now is
Thought she
the
was gonna say
time for
expect
the
no betrayal.
Yeah!
the bonds we have built up.
You fight or you die. Excellent.
Yes, that was a line worth bringing back.
Alright.
Definitely.
Don't let up.
So-
Keep shooting them.
You fight or you die, but
We'll
I'm only
definitely
bringing two of you
bring
guys. The
Liara.
rest of you guys are just gonna die.
Definitely bring Liara.
You guys seen the Dragon Age DLC YouTube video? Towards the end of it? Who
No.
will you take with you into the city? 3 Bear. Fair enough.
Okay, so Liara and I guess Caden or Garrus.
Garrus. Just take Garrus.
Garrus. Just take
Garrus.
Garrus. Come on.
Let's do
We'll take the good ones. That'll make the ending more better.
I'm reasonably sure Garrus is the
I'm
only person
sure
anyone
that will help.
Garrus is the only character anyone likes anymore.
Garrus
What
is,
is
I
this?
think, the fan favorite, and I think Liara is the writer's favorite as far as giving her content things to say and conversations to have.
Yeah.
She is the only unkillable.
The only other character I liked was Talion, you know. Great job there, Josh.
You
Hey,
tally.
you guys all voted for killing the Geth.
I
It's your fault.
remember you being the one pushing the button. That's what I remember. Hey, nice assault rifle there. Nice level 1 assault rifle, Anderson. You might want to go back to Mass Effect 1 and upgrade that.
On the plus side, he doesn't need to reload it.
Oh,
That's it.
It's the best. It's the one of the last few remaining pre-heat sink rifles. So it's the best rifle anybody's got.
This doesn't really look like actual military formations. This kind of looks like everybody's playing laser tag.
What? Hey, I stole Anderson's super assault rifle. I hope.
That would be hilarious if they let you do the end of the game with a Mass Effect 1 assault rifle that didn't need to be reloaded.
The extended cut adds like a 2-second scene where you punch Anderson in the face and steal his assault rifle.
No comment, you just bonk takes.
Oh, I can see what I'm doing, kind of.
I'm glad one of us can. I suppose it's best that it's you, Josh.
I don't know about that. I think I would have a better job. I think I might do a better job directing this combat via mail-in, like via postcard, than Josh.
Dude, a Mako! Give me that! Give me that!
We could do
Mako! We got. Oh!
We could do play by email for Mass Effect.
Fans, what do you want Josh to do? Post it in the comment.
And it's just 1,000 emails of charge, then Nova. And then one guy says take cover and shoot.
Regardless of whether
Regardless
of whether you think the very end of the game is good closure or a horrible mistake, I think we can all agree that having this 30-minute combat sequence in between the emotional goodbye of everyone and the actual decision at the end is a terrible pacing decision.
I don't understand why they would do this way.
It feels like video game convention. It's like, it's the end of the game. You need an epic boss fight that's really hard.
Yes, that's what this is. And, you know, I wasn't surprised. I expected this. You expect a lot of combat, so I can't fault the game. This is a problem with this game. This is a problem a lot of games have. Yeah, where it's just like...
I think. There it is.
Where it's just like mow down these endless waves of guys, because of course you need an action high. And you do, kind of. You do need an action climax in your story, but the weird thing about video game action climaxes is that they don't work like movie climaxes. Movie climaxes bring you to the edge of your seat. These bring you to the edge of your seat and then fatigue you. Maybe they could be short.
Shorter would be good. Shorter would be fantastic, actually. If it was just one room where we had to take out like one really difficult set of guys and then make a meaningful decision, that would be way more memorable and impactful than this slog. And it is a slog.
Oh, it's like we're in Left 4 Dead.
It does feel like Left 4 Dead, except
when does the tank show? You gotta be careful.
By the
tank
time
hasn't popped yet. Oh, there it is. There's two of them.
By the time you're done with this, like all of that goodbye feeling is gone. It's just, oh, I played some more Mass Effect and killed some dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I lagged out, that's exactly how I felt at the end of Dragon Age. It's like,
oh, you motherfuckers! I didn't even.
Final fight.
That's the first time I've seen that.
I've never
with the
seen
Archdemon in Dragon Age is really awesome. And all of the Darkspawn battles up to it were a complete waste of time.
And they were all one-hit kills, but there were so many of them that it didn't feel fun. It was just...
There were, like, I would have been fine with some of the stuff. Like, it was cool when you were in the streets and all the stuff that you'd seen before was, like, on fire and shit, but then it just kept dragging on and on and on.
Yes. And it
really,
takes the wind out of the... takes the wind out of the climax instead of building.
Honestly, what they needed to have here was a lot of, like a series where you're moving point A to point B through this wreckage, but you're getting into a lot of fights, but they're all really brief ones. Like, it's against enemies who, like, even artificially have their health lowered. Like, so, you know, you still get the action and the violence and stuff, but it's, you know, it's just you're moving through, mowing people
Oh god,
down.
even
So
the
you keep your
Reapers
momentum.
are using...
You don't feel like you're getting into a slog before you can get to the ending.
At the end of Dragon Age Origins, the last Darkspawn that you fight on your way to the Archdemon actually are a bunch of, like, level 1 one-hit kill mooks, but it's...
Right, yeah,
it's still
like,
a
what
slog.
the hell?
I remember it a little differently, I guess. I remember, like, or maybe, yeah, maybe it was still...
Like, there's that last corridor before you get to the roof, and it's full of, like, level 1 Darkspawn for no reason.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But here's the thing. Well, A, you know, you've just been fighting lots of regular Darkspawn for, well, the rest of the game, but also just, like, 3 levels before that. And the other thing is that in this game, combat is more mobile. Dragon Age combat is let's stop and, like, deal with dudes as they come to us. This game is, like, running and gunning. It could have worked in this situation.
a Blood Mage, Arcane Warriors, so pretty much every fight was destroy everything instantly. Do I have to get on these turrets?
The point was, you had to stop and make your attacks.
Go to the red thing.
Oh. But I just went to the red thing, and they were like, no, look this way. I thought that was them telling me, hey, oh, is that a callback to the first Husk we run into, where it's reaching through the door to get us?
Oh, yeah. Is that a reused asset, or is that deliberate? That's interesting, because that happened when we were on Earth.
I can think of at least 2 games off the top of my head that have sort of anti-climaxes at the end that don't require this epic fight. I don't want to name them because I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, like, you don't need a game to end on, like, mega death, super epic, everything you've ever done combined into one giant mega battle.
But that is, I mean, if it's a video game, they don't want to just turn it all into a cutscene. And so there is that. I mean, I think this is something game developers are still trying to figure out, is how, for the people that are here just for the gameplay, how do we deliver to them their high moment without, you know, sacrificing the momentum of our story? And for the most part, they're just like, screw the story. Lots of combat. Look, we have a 20-hour game.
And I mean, it depends on what kind of gameplay the game
That's
is
true,
actually
too.
based on. Like Dragon Age, it's pretty easy to give a high point for the gameplay because it's tactical combat. You just give them an interesting boss fight, which the
Archdemon?
dragon thing at the end, the Archdemon, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. At the end is a pretty cool boss fight. I mean, I there were some problems I had with it, but it was pretty good. And you got a whole bunch of people helping you out. It was really big and epic, and that one felt fun. But for a game that's just get stuck to cover and shoot things over and over again, that's a little more difficult to give an interesting, memorable ending.
So that back there 20 seconds ago gets my vote for most gratuitous vaulting up cover.
Have you seen me this whole game? That was nothing.
I don't know, it's just something about how it's like in the middle of this epic battle at the end, when no one's even looking at you. You hop like horizontally across a death.
I guess you just have to choose, like, if your gameplay and your story are at odds with one another, either you've
buy
screwed something up, or you have to decide which one you care about more. Because this
Yeah.
gameplay totally undercuts the story, and there are parts where the story totally undercuts the gameplay in this game, and neither really work alone.
Now, Spec Ops is interesting. I mean, can you consider that final fight is tough? That final push is hard, but it's not like you fight a giant... You don't, like, get to Conrad and he's there in a giant mecha suit, ready to fight you with Gatling gun.
Wait, the last dude in the game, based heavily on Heart of Darkness, is named Conrad.
You didn't know that?
It's with a K. It's with a K, not with a C, so it's completely different, Rutskarn. Yes.
Also,
And it's
the Heart of
deliberately-
Darkness stuff is sort of a red herring, but we'll get into
It
that
is.
some other day.
Some other day. It's actually way smarter than it sounds, Rutskarn. It's pretty cool. But anyway, that one doesn't have you fighting some giant robot or a tank or 1,000. It has a push through a difficult section. I think it's the hardest combat section of the game. But it's not necessarily... But then there's a lot that goes on after that. There's conversation, and the story winds up after you get through that. So it completes the gameplay and wraps that up, and then it finishes up the story.
Well, and that's something that this game didn't do, where this game starts with finishing up a lot of the character goodbyes and then going into this. But then, on top of that, I guess that...
I like how there's just an invisible black wall here.
That's not where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, I know, obviously. That's why I was going there, Chris. Don't you know me?
Pass the word, people. I look for the
I like
most
how we have a
weirdly structured sentence.
universal. I like how we have a universally recognized hand signal system that everybody has adopted and understands here. But open fire, the Asari commando has to yell. What the fuck? What? Seriously? This is our plan? Let's shoot it with small arms! Because if a dreadnought couldn't kill this, I'm sure we can!
More machine guns.
Let's
Everyone's
just
just
throw
yelling,
our lives away
"More DAKKA."
uselessly.
Bow. That's this cutscene. That is what this cutscene is right now.
I mean, what has Anderson been doing?
Well,
other
that
than this?
sucked.
Like,
Secure missile battery. We have a missile What?
Why are
Yes,
you
you're
opening
gonna
my
love
door?
this.
What's that mean?
You're gonna love this, Josh.
God.
I guess.
Are those miniature Saturn rockets on top of Makos?
They're basically little Sams, yeah.
Oh man, let's see if we can find a Max. That'll make a much better game.
We'll just shoot Sam and Max at the Reapers. Well, little buddy.
There's the artillery.
They get in there and they've got to find a screwdriver so they can open the panel and get into the
no.
Reaper brain and use the inner tube.
Give me
they've
5
been
minutes of the
carrying around for
crowbar
an
and I
hour.
can have him dead, Sam.
I mean, it's basically a glorified World War II tech weapon we're using here. I mean, it's like future nuclear
Yes.
bomb.
Let's shoot some
They
V2s.
even,
Excellent.
yeah, they even look like old-style rockets. Like, the
Yes.
stuff we have now looks more modern than this.
Think they can survive shotgun blasts at
V2s.
point blank?
And every student of history knows that V stands for victory, am I right?
Got it.
Oh, I have to do this one first. Cover, I hate you.
I also like how the
Love
game still
Josh.
pops up with reload when you run low on ammo.
Don't forget
these
to
two
reload,
towers
Dr.
in.
Freeman.
Defend
Freeman, you
missile
gotta reload.
battery. This is not a missile battery, guys. This is missiles on a Jeep.
This is
I love-
fireworks.
It needs it needs to adjust its targeting system, and it's going like not very far.
Yeah, not very far, and it takes a while. Like, what kind of... Are you guys using, like, a 1965 computer in there? What kind of targeting computer
Oh,
is
dude, a
this? By the time
cafe!
it's done,
It has
the
to
thing
compare it
is
What do you
against-
shooting
guys
at
want?
won't
I
move.
probably have some great fish and chips. And a bunch of ammo for some reason. They have a bunch of thermal clips in this.
It sounds like someone's
That
watching
ammo is here
Transformers
because
out
you're-
there.
That ammo is here because you're gonna need it. I actually ran out of ammo in this battle.
As did
You're a
I.
Vanguard.
I was a Vanguard too, but I was having trouble with getting
Ja-
insta-killed by Banshees, so I was laying off on the charge attacks and just doing cover shoot because I get tired of
I want
getting
you-
insta-kill.
I want you guys at home to note the progression of that exchange. But you're a Vanguard, Josh says. I was a Vanguard too, Seamus replies. Yes.
You were. You see,
Yes,
I heard
you
that
were.
in the other order because you know vent.
What is it shooting at? What, are you gonna break our sign?
Not the
Hey,
sign.
the missiles are over here, dude. Are you like white balancing your laser or something? Is that what you're doing?
Sorry, sir. Hang in there, soldier. Heads up, we got more incoming.
We tried to hold them off, but they destroyed our trucks. Yeah! Yeah, the things that have been destroying our planet can do that thing.
It's
Turns out
keeps
trucks-
shooting that thing. What does it think's
I want
there?
to imagine trucks and a little triangle and then a planet, and the trucks are on the left side, like towards the pointy end of the triangle. See if that helps you out here when deciding whether you want to throw your trucks at this thing.
I understood it could destroy cities, but I didn't think it could destroy the trucks that are in them. I mean, that's
Also,
not even fair.
note that it's shooting the landscape and it's not doing any damage. Like, it shot that skybridge 4 times. Skybridge is still totally fine, dude. British engineering beats Reapers every time.
It should have really just been firing in the opposite direction.
Yeah, firing at
Yeah,
other
seriously.
stuff. That would make the battle seem bigger. Like if somebody else was doing a distraction for you, and the real
If you
battle
saw other
is over
missiles firing at it,
there.
Yeah, it would also justify the sacrifice of all the, like, hundreds of soldiers who are just throwing their lives under the wheels of this machine. Metaphorical wheels, because it actually walks on spider legs for some reason.
So the other thing I've
Can it
discovered
fly?
about the Vanguard is if you're not using Charge and Nova, you're not really that good.
This is something
Oh,
I
I can get up
discovered
here.
after I charged a Banshee.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
dear.
getting up here was hard for me. It was really dodgy with charging stuff up on this ledge.
Why can't I shoot that? I had a camera there, but then I didn't.
Do you have a clown car behind you?
I don't know.
It's just dispensing an infinite number of marauders.
What I do know is that I need to reload.
Don't forget to reload, Dr. Freeman.
Something's
Man,
telling
that
you
would
you
have
need to
made
reload.
this sequence perfect. You know, Half-Life 2 kind of had this same problem with really long, drawn-out end sequence.
Oh yeah, yeah. This problem goes back a long ways, and it.
Except
I mean,
that
back
game
in the
was
old
fun
days,
to play.
Back in the old days, we didn't have stories, so there wasn't this tension, this conflict. It was just gameplay, and the high point of the game was when the gameplay got really intense. And the low point was when you went into a room and there was no fight.
What? What? This is so silly. You could dumbfire those things.
We're down to 2 minutes.
I could aim that with the fucking iron sights from this distance.
Did we miss? What happened?
They interfered with our targeting data, and the missiles flew away.
You don't say!
From 100 meters.
You mean that they anticipated somebody would fire missiles at them? How could they have seen that coming?
Over millennia, over millions of years, maybe they've run into missiles before. Maybe this is an idea somebody else came up with, and they've come up with a way to counter.
Okay,
You
we're
guys,
again though. This
you know,
time for sure.
You've heard of dumb firing, right? Where you specifically
use
do
a missile
not
like a bullet.
use guidance systems because you know they're being interfered with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can't interfere with jet fuel.
Well, I mean, it does have a laser eye, so by
Well,
the strictest
yeah, but-
definition, yes.
So assuming that they move at the speed of a softball, which appears to be about these things' reaction speed.
Oh dear.
But
What, did they just
But
drop
why?
brutes everywhere?
why is this Reaper sitting on the ground and putting up with this? Why doesn't he just go up in the air and just zap everything from...
Well, then he wouldn't be standing on the conduit that's not the conduit.
Why aren't they blowing up the Citadel? Honest question.
Well, no, they don't want to blow up the
Well-
Citadel. That's their tool for...
I mean, technically the
victim.
Citadel is supposed to be pretty much undestroyable. Especially with the arms closed.
Yeah, you headbutt that giant porcupine monster.
Well, the Citadel is supposed
Oh.
to be not destroyed because it's how they sort of bring everyone together with this nice, convenient, pre-built home for all of the species of the
I
galaxy.
can charge the harvester! Hello!
But they could build another one. I mean,
What the...